Hey everybody, what's up? Brian here with Gideon's Tactical. Normally I am behind the camera, but today I'm in front of the camera. We're gonna have a real review today. That's right, Aaron, you heard me say that. On the first tactical Ascend messenger bag. And we're gonna show you the ins and outs, ups and downs, the things we liked, some of the challenges of the bag a little bit. You know, we just always wanna give you honest reviews here at Gideon's Tactical and help you make a wise purchasing decision. So let's get out there and review this bag. So we want to give you some specifications on this bag before we get into the review. The main compartment is 18 inches long and it is 12.5 inches high. It's 5.5 inches deep, which is a pretty deep bag. And the computer compartment itself inside, which is pretty important, you know, that's the reason why you'd probably carry this, is carry a laptop, is 18 inches long. And again, just, you know, mirrors the bag, and it's 1.5 inches wide. So depending on if you have, you know, like a Mac laptop versus just a PC, you know, or something, things like that. It's a pretty good size area. All right, see here on the bag, let's gonna work around the bag here, starting at the bottom. You have these straps that clip in here. This is really cool too because they kind of covered up the thumb and finger release. So it just kind of looks nicer. I just really like the look of that. I'm a big guy of like folding stuff away. The problem though is that these other little straps don't have anything to pull or fold back into. It's just kind of flopping there if you don't use it. So it's kind of interesting. The front, you know, you have a little bit of MOLLE here. You could put like a patch or whatever on here. It's got like, I mean, I don't know what I'd really ever use this MOLLE for necessarily. It's just kind of like, I think this is more made for looks in my mind. Then you have some, like these two front dump pockets, which are awesome. Now this is cool too that you guys did. They didn't do one long zipper here that just is like ginormous. They really thought about this, so you know you're really, it's a usable area, usable space. That's the best thing I can say about this bag in general, is it's a lot of good usable space for all different kind of things, kind of modular in a way, so you can say, hey, I want to have this stuff here, different things here. So that's really great. But yeah, this, and then it goes up here. You have your opening here for your glasses, which is awesome. It's like a felt lined pouch, which is awesome. So you can put your cell phone in there too, which is great. And obviously the handle. Awesome stitching on here. I mean, you're not going to pull this stitching apart on this handle. Is pretty ridiculous. So they did a really good job. Now I'm walking with my bag, my Ascend bag, and you know, I get thirsty. So what I look at, my water bottle sleeve right here. This is great. Super wide zip out here. You guys they did a great job with you know, making sure, we were talking about maybe you could fit like a pretty good sized Nalgene in there. I mean, this is pretty, like you can see I'm pulling that apart quite a ways. And you know, again, zipper, this all zips away, so it just tucks in nice and tight, which I appreciate, because this is, I'll tell you guys this is a long bag. I mean, long bag. It's got water bottle pouch on each side, so you have it on both the front and the back. And you know, for Aaron and I, like we use alternated stuff, so like one's a water bottle, one just for other gear. You know, we don't put 2 water bottles in there because we're not that thirsty. It is Denver, Colorado, but not that thirsty. But yeah, these water bottle sleeves, great design. And you know, they're high enough too, they're real tall. This is kind of a standard size camelback water bottle, so it fits great. So I want to show you the shoulder strap. You know, I'm a big guy, I'm 6'6" and about 200 pounds. And you know, so this strap is great. I mean, I put all of the extra on the back because I don't like, again, I'm always about the look. So you can see how much strap is left over there. The inside of the padding, which is actually one of my favorite parts of the bag, which you're like, Brian, you're goofy. Why do you like that? I don't know what it is. It's just like, I love it because it doesn't allow the bag to slip around on your shoulder. Because a lot of times too, when you're carrying a bag, you know, I'm coming to Starbucks or whatever, and sometimes it'll just like fall off. But I mean, you can see like I'm leaning over, and it is like tacking on my sleeve to stay up there, which is awesome. So let's go around to the back of the bag here. Great zipper. The other thing too they did is they put the zippers that go, you know, depending on how you're carrying the bag, which is real. I guess that's the other thing too. There's pieces and parts about this bag that are very thoughtful. You know, if I'm a left-handed person or right arm, depending on how I'm carrying it, I can still access this. Is just also important because you have your concealed carry pouch in here, all Velcro wall in here, so you can put your, you know, your Velcro holster as well. And that's a pretty good size. I mean, you could fit like a pretty good sized weapon in there. which is awesome. So then that Velcro's up against it. The other thing they maybe could have done is put like kind of like an indent in here, or like a little tab that's sewn up so you can actually pull it open quicker. So you're not like this, because you're not, part of, you know, concealed carry is your muscle action. You just want to be automatic, and you're like, you know, so nice against the edge. But again, a good pouch in here as well, which is awesome. You also see a little luggage strap on here, which is great. Again, you can slide this over like the top of an overnight bag. I consider the size of this bag an overnight bag itself, so I wouldn't put it on another suitcase. If I was carrying this, maybe it'd be like a 1 or a 2 night. If you're like a business traveler, you want to have a tactical looking bag, you have your laptop, you can put all your stuff in there for a couple days, throw in the airplane. It's great size. But anyways, there's like a little luggage strap there. This is a little like a stabilizer strap that they have on here. This is cool. You can actually take this off, take these clips completely off here. It's completely removable, and you can actually move them up here onto the strap, so you can make kind of a cross strap. Aaron, for whatever reason, always likes to look like he's ready for the zombie apocalypse and ready to run with his bag down the street for no one to catch him, and for all of his gear to stay in his bag. I don't give 5 craps about that, so I don't actually use stabilizer straps at all. I would just completely remove this myself. Again, just a personal preference basically for the back of the bag. So let's get into the bag here. You know what, they did an amazing job on the Velcro here. Great straps. Aaron came up with this great terminology, if it's not out there already. This is a Velcro inhibitor. It's so ridiculous. So we're gonna put those over, super quick. The other thing too, again, just thoughtfulness of this bag. They actually sewed this into the bag, so you're not gonna like, oh crap, I lost my inhibitor, I can't, like, I'm sure you're gonna say it in your mind, inhibitor. That I lost this for my bag. We just throw those on there, and then now you can use your clips outside here. And again, like I said before, if you're not using these clips, they're just kind of dangling there, and it's kind of annoying. So, if there's some piece, or even like another strap, a little Velcro round piece on here, that could hold that down, or, again, plenty of Velcro on the bag, you could add that too. So you can just put those clips back on there, and you can carry the bag without having the Velcro, that ripping sound, and just kind of, if you're in and out of the bag a lot, it helps you to get in and out of the bag quicker. So this is the inside of the front panel. I actually like the fact that they didn't try to do something else with these dumps in here. Normally you'd be like, try to put some kind of fastener or something like that. There's already plenty, I'm telling you, look at me in the camera, plenty of bag space and pouch space on this bag. So I'm actually glad they didn't do something else here that you can just get in and out very quickly. You can throw keys in there or whatever if you're, because you're just walking around with them. These actually too, again, modular. This is so good with these 2 sides. It's all connected here in the middle. So you have just 2 different sides. So what I did is I have a external drive here. They actually give you this, which is kind of a cool, like a key holder, basically. So you can, have your little disconnector here for your keys, which is awesome. That's actually a considerable, I'd carry that around in my pocket probably. It's pretty sweet. So, and also has First Tactical. They're advertising themselves, of course, which is awesome. So it has like some pen sewn in pieces here, kind of like a little coin or a business card area up here. And again, you can see even the depth of this. That's probably an inch wide as far as the area here too. So again, they're not sparing the expense on the space. This side has a pen, have my cool steampunk pen. Sweet, make comments in the video below. So this has like a little area again. So these are exactly the same, mirrored on each side for the Ascend bag. So you'll see on here, again, zipper that can unzip either way, which is great. I just call this like a document dump, where you have like your, if you have like a manila folder of files and stuff like that. So I'm at the office a lot with different things, different meetings. So this really helps. And again, it's plenty wide, plenty deep. Okay, we want to get into the price point of this messenger bag from First Tactical. We want to thank First Tactical for sending us this so we can do a review for you and let this product speak for itself. So this bag goes for about $90. We'll have links in the description below. And if you think about different bag companies or different tactical companies, 511, VanQuest, Maxpedition, you're going to probably pay 50, 60, up more dollars than this for what you're getting. And also too, I like the products that are coming out of ones that maybe look at other guys' stuff and then improve on it. And I think maybe in some ways too, they really try to improve on some different things, even the modular ability, the zippers, just kind of the placement of things on this bag versus those other companies. So I'm actually going to crawl now inside this bag. So I'm going to finish the review inside this bag. This bag is just, it's so ginormous. Aaron, get over here. Look at this. It's like 4 or 5 inches. I don't know what this is, but it just seems like ginormous. Again, if you had 2 changes of clothes, you could do your overnight bag. Again, I just think this is a great like airline bag. So if you want to bring your laptop, your documents, whatever, you just want to have your change of clothes, you don't want to bring like even your rolling carry-on suitcase or whatever, just use this as your carry-on. The one challenge that we had too is that this bag is either going to be great for what you want to use it for, or it's going to be very cumbersome if you want to use it for something else. Like for my uses, it's more cumbersome just because of the size. So Aaron and I were talking about, you know, maybe you just do like some compression straps or something on the bottom. So you can see I didn't even really touch it. And you can see the fold, it automatically naturally folds down that way. Even if you use these two connector straps right here, and maybe have 2 more straps here to be able to, and just sew those on the back here to be able to pull that in. I mean, you could actually still have plenty of room to open up the mouth of the bag will still open up plenty, and you can still get stuff in there and just be more of a reasonable width of the bag. So I want to talk about really the reason why you'd probably carry this bag over others is really the laptop area and also these attachments here. So they do some more Velcro on here. Then actually this is felt lined as well on the bottom of this side of the facing of the bag. So they really are considering your electronics and things in here too. So again, the thing I'm complaining about as far as the size of the bag and it being so ginormous, I mean, I carry a MacBook Pro, 15-inch, and you can see, I mean, it's like way wide in there for me and for what I would use it for. But at the same time, I'm complaining about that, but I also can put my day planner in here, its own separate pouch. I can actually put a pen or something with that in there. I have my iPad over here as well, so I can have you know, a whole separate area there. Great Velcro strap on here. And again, you know, so it's a really wide area, but it really holds everything in their own modular area in a great way. But again, it's just a huge compartment. So we're gonna look at the opposite side of the interior, opposite of the laptop area. You can see it has these great 3 dump, basically pouches in here. And I actually put my laptop power deal and power strip in all the way one of them. The other thing too is these go all the way down to the bottom, which is really nice. I mean, these are super deep. You can hold tons of stuff. Aaron and I were just talking, you could probably like make this like a concealed carry for your SBR. You could put, you know, at least 2 mags in probably each one of these, you know, for 6 mags. You know, if you even wanted to use this as a range bag for an SBR, it would actually be perfect. All right, it's time for the 2 for 2 today. So I'm going to talk to you about the 2 things that we feel like could be improved on the bag and the 2 things we like. For the 2 improvements, I would say the compression, to be able to have some kind of compression on the bottom of the bag, it just has to have something. And then also for these straps are just kind of like, woohoo, hanging on for the ride, instead of having either a tuck away or a reuse on the bottom of the bag. Now for the 2 things that I like about the bag, which seem kind of weird, but they're very useful, is the rubberization of the bottom of the arm strap is amazing. And the other thing too I really like are the Velcro inhibitors, which I think are great. So I'm gonna wrap up this video for the first tactical Ascend messenger bag. And again, for the price, we think it's a great bag. I mean, it really is a great bag. I think too, if you're like a day traveler for airline, you know, if you're a business professional that you don't want something that has like crazy molly everywhere and like has, you know, skulls and all kinds of stuff, I think it's awesome to have this kind of a bag that you can put like 2 changes of clothes in or 1 change of clothes, put your overnight bag, you have your laptop, document area. Is a great bag. It's a great airline carry-on bag to be able to hold all your stuff, which is awesome. You know, if you mentioned before too, just maybe some specialized things like carrying an SBR, you know, so it's not like out in the open and everything. You can have like the mag, carries the mags. I think even just the pouches and different things in here, you can put some different weapons and things in there where you take to the range, and kind of, again, just because of that compartmentalizing of the different parts and areas of the bag, keep everything separate. You can keep your different ammo separate and all that kind of stuff. Plenty of room for ammo in this bag too, which is awesome. I think it's great. So again, great bag. We want to thank First Tactical for sending us the bag so we can do an honest review for you and let the bag speak for itself. I think that's super important here at Gideon's Tactical. Link and connect with us on our social media. You can like stuff, you can make comments. We would appreciate all that. We appreciate your feedback as viewers. And we want to let you know that we're here for you. We love you. We just so love you. So stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.